Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. Unless you guys are new to the channel, then well, it is very nice to meet you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, taking a look at the charts as well for that, and Orchid, Ethereum, and Litecoin. We'll even take a quick look over at XRP. So I'm actually shifting things over a little bit more, guys. I'm going to try and put more focus on the technical analysis on the charts, but I'll still give you guys some relevant update on the news. Just trying to make it a little bit more short and to the point on these things. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe for more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news and technical analysis. And also, if you can, hit that like button. Let's try to get to 100 likes on every video. Every single like helps out so much, and I really do appreciate it. And also click the bell icon so you know whenever there's a new video. Okay. First thing, going into the news here, Bitcoin Blast passed $33,000 for first time, hours after blowing through $30,000. That's right, we not only passed $30,000, we even went past $31,000, past $32,000, and we dipped just slightly above $33,000, but there is some retracement going on. As of the time right now I'm recording this video, it is almost 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. To be specific, it is 3:55 p.m. So we're just getting ready to go into the new daily candle formation. We'll be taking a look to see how the day closes out and how the new position moves. A lot of times I've been seeing on the new daily formation some immediate sell-off action, then things start to settle down, and then a further continuation up. So I don't know if that's exactly what we're going to see on the new candle for the next day, but we'll have to take a look and see, right? So one of the things that they're saying here is once the price of the leading cryptocurrency crossed the $30,000 mark for the first time, something it had struggled to do for the last couple of days, exploded upwards like a ball released underwater, reaching a new all-time high of $33,136.92 before retreating to $31,402.46, still up 7.53% over the last 24 hours. So that is actually a number that is below where we're at. We saw a substantial drop. We'll take a look at the charts in just a minute for that. Bitcoin makes Tesla, this is a quote they're saying, look like it is standing still. That's a big statement to say, given how Tesla performed last year. Tweeted Jim Bianco, well-known macro strategist, shortly after the cryptocurrency broke $30,000. Now, a quick side note, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't ask me directly what you should or should not invest in. Just take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm giving you guys some news information and my own point of view on the technical analysis. Hopefully it helps you guys out, but I always encourage you to go do more research. If you have questions about how some of this stuff works, you can let me know in the comments down below. That's fine. All right, next up, Bitcoin soars past $33,000, its highest ever. This was also highlighted over on CNN. I mean, major news outlets were talking about this. My roommate is Jewish, and he was telling me he was even hearing in some of his news and like the Jewish news channels, or like the Israeli news channels and stuff, right? I don't know exactly where. He was telling me that he heard about it today over, I guess, through his news outlets. They were speaking Hebrew, right? Anyways, sorry. Bitcoin soars past $33,000, its highest ever. And so, yeah, CNN talked about it too. And also interesting to note is that while Bitcoin tapped new price highs, 78,000 short positions worth over $800 million got liquidated, right? I don't suggest people to short. That's super risky. And on top of it too, people are doing leverage things. Like it's one thing when you're trying to take calculated risk, but when you start doing leverage and all of this, your risk to reward ratio really starts to shift quite considerably because the margins begin to change, right? I'm not going to go fully in depth into this, but if you keep things more basic and you just invest and you hold or hodl, eventually you have much better chances of coming out on top. If you're trying to buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell, you could miss opportunities. And a lot of people, and I agree with this, say don't short a bull run. I mean, it's massively exploding right now. It's way too risky to be trying to do shorting. If things are really calm and there's no like major bull run market going on and you want to dip into something like that, it's a little more feasible, sure. But like if the price is just massively skyrocketing because of a lot of factors that come in, like we've been seeing with Bitcoin, it's a massive gamble. So while Bitcoin has crossed a new all-time high price in 2021, traders are leery towards shorting the crypto asset. Data from Bitfinex shows the number of short contracts has been extremely low in comparison to the total number of shorts in mid-March 2020. On Saturday, January 2nd, 2021, when the price of Bitcoin surpassed $33,000, over $100 million in short positions were liquidated in a matter of minutes. That's actually highlighted over here. There's a Twitter account called Rekt, REKT, or at BXREKT, and they are like an automated system that identifies whenever people get wrecked with things from crypto investments, right? So this is saying that there was $10 million. $10 million listed right here at $30,864, right? That's just one massive example. So this got a ton of attention. A lot of times these just kind of get overlooked, maybe a little bit of engagement, but when there's massive moves like this, it catches a lot of people's attention. As you just saw, they highlight it in the article. Quick side note, I am on Twitter. My handle is right here in the bottom left-hand side at Atlas Official TV. If you guys want to go follow me over there, you guys can. I would love for you guys to say hello on Twitter. Let me know you've been watching my videos, things like that. And moving on. Bitcoin will rise above $100,000 in 2021. We heard a lot of speculation from a lot of different resources. This one actually comes from Nasdaq.com, which I thought was really interesting. And one of the things that they have highlighted over on this chart here, you can see according to their analysis from the halving markets, they actually suggest that what should have happened on December 31st of last year, the end of 2020, we should have been at $41,000 according to this flow model, right? And that would mean that by April 18th, we could be at $100,000. So we are slightly behind the $41,000 price point. We're on January 2nd right now, right? Getting ready to go, well, just now starting into the new daily position. You guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and get this zoomed in a little bit more here so we kind of keep an eye on this stuff, seeing how it just kind of moves throughout the position there. But taking a look right here, suggesting $100,000 by April 18th, May of this year suggesting $387,000, and October 17th of this year around $286,000 as some of that sell-off starts to take place, people taking off on their profits. This is just a suggestive move taking place as after like reflections of previous halving events, right? And you're also looking at the rate of adoption with this stuff, which is really interesting. Some other things to keep in mind, right? If the Bitcoin market values one Bitcoin at $20,000, it'd be as large as JP Morgan's total market valuation, which, check it out, guys, we are actually above that. So, you know, we're at 32,000, not 20,000. So by comparison, when Bitcoin hit $33,000, and this chart was taking a little screenshot of, $33,000 gave it a market cap of about $614 billion, getting close to the point of almost double that of JP Morgan, right? And that's the biggest one. So Bitcoin is at the top dog position for that. Now, if Bitcoin was to get valued at $50,000 for one Bitcoin, it would be large as Google's total market valuation. Hey, what's up, Google? Why don't you buy some Bitcoin? Then your valuation go up too, right? Bitcoin market with one Bitcoin at $100,000 would be as large as Apple's total market. Same thing, Apple. Like, why are you not trying to invest into some Bitcoin? Or maybe they are and they're just not making public statements of it. Bitcoin market with one Bitcoin at $300,000, because we were looking at that chart earlier right up here, right? And whoops, I just passed it. So we get to $387,000 or the 286. So you're kind of like finding a median zone between those 2 points. But let's just say it gets to $300,000, right? It would still be smaller than gold's total market valuation. And the thing is that many people are looking at it and saying that Bitcoin is realistically able to one day replace gold. I'm not saying that it's going to replace gold this year, but as you guys can see here, if we get to right around $500,000, $500,000, then it could put it on the same par as gold. And we are moving into a new generational phase. You're looking at the millennial generation. A lot of people are now tech savvy with things. Gold is not as scarce as what people like to make it claimed out to be, because it's a physical based product. We're finding asteroids and things in space that have massive amounts of gold. We've only been mining gold off of the top layer of our entire planet, the crust. And I mean, there's so many more depths down below that you could find gold. There's science technology that you can actually use to chemically create gold, although right now it is not economically viable. It costs you more money in the actual equipment to be able to make the gold than what the gold itself is worth. But you could technically make gold, and as technology continues to evolve, what do you guys think is going to end up happening? The technology is going to become at a low enough price point and being able to actually have that conversion rate over and making gold whenever we need, right? So the thing is, when you're looking at technology advancing and what degrees, the value of gold essentially should start to shift down because it's now more easily producible, whereas the value with Bitcoin goes up because it's dictated by code, not by a physical entity, right? And so I think the value for something like something like Bitcoin is going to be more substantiated in the future with the security network, with the hash rate, all the contributions, the decentralization that's going on, the more worldwide adoption with it. And personally, if you want my opinion, I think what's going to happen is that China has already started on the digital yuan. I think over in the United States here, we're going to be producing the digital dollar as a cryptocurrency using blockchain technology, which the Federal Reserve has already said that they're looking into. But I think it's going to be more of a common identifiable thing. And each country is going to be creating a digitized version of their currency. And then those, instead of being backed off of the US dollar or gold, it's going to be backed off of Bitcoin, right? That's what I think is personally going to happen. You guys let me know if you disagree with that or if you do agree with it in the comments down below. So just kind of looking at this one last time here, you guys can see that Bitcoin is the top dog in this position above JP Morgan, ICBC, Bank of America, China Construction Bank. These are worldwide banks. Agricultural Bank of China, they got a couple different ones here. SoftBank, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Royal Bank of Canada. Hey, look, Canada made it to the list. Good job, Canada. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. So as I was suggesting, I've been seeing this happen quite frequently is on the new daily candle formation. There starts to be some sharp decline action taking place. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a little bit here once again. So I've created a couple key lines here on the chart just to show you guys. So one position is at $32,000. The next is at $33,000. And the top is where the previous day's top was, which was $33,381 approximately, right? What was it? Maybe I gotta zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, let's drop that down just a tiny bit. All right, about $33,300. And then if we go down just a little bit lower here, you can actually see that we have support right around $32,000. Been kind of bobbing down and up and down over the last daily candle here. I'm curious to see if this is going to tap right in that zone again and continue up, or if a lot of people are going to be using this as like a massive pump and dump type position. We'll have to kind of wait and see how that plays out, right? But a lot of the things that it looks like is going on is people are moving their coins off of the exchanges, which is creating a short supply. People got tons of liquidations going on, so the shorts caused the price to shoot up even higher. When they got liquidated, just fed back into the market system, right? And so we could very well go right back to $33,000, but we could also go right back down and touch on the $30,000 price point. So if I go back here and look at it, say on the 1 hour time frame, you can see over the course of 1 hour, we went from a high position right around 33,175 all the way down to just above $30,000 at $30,500. A very, very significant decline during that 1 hour time period. You can even see in the 15-minute time period that a majority of it took place within that last 15-minute section, right? And the volume was even high during that time period too. So that was around $32,156 all the way down to $30,500. So once again, a very substantial amount in a very, very short amount of time. Comparatively, you could say that the rise that took place also occurred within a short amount of time here, right? So we look at this point, right around 4 on the UTC, that pushed all the way up to 545 on the UTC period, a quite substantial increase from base zone right around just under $30,000, right, like $29,750, all the way up to $31,597. A little bit of a cool down and then a further continuation up. So looking at this on the daily, these are the major zones we need to get above. Obviously, if we get above $33,320-ish, then it's going to be the $500 increments. So $33,500, $34,000, etc. We don't have anything to compare it to as of previously, so it's not a lot of basis that we can really work off of from that point of zone, right? So this did actually reach right at that breaking point on that previous trend pattern, and it decided it wanted to make a move. It basically bounced off of that bottom line formation that I had shown you guys, just basically just slightly past it, right? And then came back up, and then decided it wanted to go upwards, broke through that top level of resistance, and just went massive sky high. So very interesting point of view on this. If it decides it wants to retrace really far down, then the lowest we're looking at right now for a drop would be right around $26,000, $25,967, right? So that would be a very substantial decline. We are still in a bull market position, though. You guys can see the Bollinger Band position is actually starting to widen out even more. And so although the RSI is suggesting that this is being overbought, guess what? A lot of factors have changed over the last couple months. And so this is comparing those factors before. It's not taking into account news information or the rate of adoption or anything like that. This is a bit of a lagging indicator. This is much more reliable if you're in more of like a consolidated zone and you're starting to see it go one way or another. But when we're just in a massive bull run, like with what we are now, we're in an unprecedented zone, also known as the price discovery zone. So this is very key and important. So if it decides it wants to drop all the way down to like $26,000, I would look at that as a very strong level bottom support. Very unlikely that it would drop down much further than that. If it decided to on the Fibonacci retracement, we could be looking around $25,200 or so. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. And I'm going to try and go through these just a little bit quicker here for you. So Ethereum, we got a base zone at $700. $676. The 21 EMA is right around the same zone as that, 681, slightly in the green as the new daily candle formation, but you know, we're only 10 minutes into that position as of the time I'm recording this. For right now, we are breaking above that level of resistance, now forming a potential level of support, and that is at $768. If it decides it wants to go up above $834, that's going to break a previous strong position here and work its way up more substantially to its previous all-time high of $1,400, right around in that range. Okay, let's go ahead and look at XRP. XRP is still just pulling down slightly. Not too much of a move here, which is interesting, but we are seeing just a slight decline in its action. If it decides it wanted to go up to the 21 EMA, we're looking at a key level at 33 cents or 0.3380, and then a bottom zone right now is at 17 cents, 0.1715, another level at 11 cents or 0.1141. And let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. Most of the focus we'll be doing is on Bitcoin and maybe another specific coin. So here is another interesting point. So in the symmetrical triangle pattern, take a look at what happened with Orchid. Went all the way up and bounced right off of that top level of resistance and then came right back down. And we see these large wicks take place, a lot of this pump and dump action taking into account that we only have a couple more days realistically to fulfill inside of this symmetrical triangle before Orchid looks like it needs to do something once again. And so from a psychological standpoint, this is where we kind of reposition things. And yeah, it filled back into the zone. It's still moving sideways. We're essentially right in that median point for where the symmetrical triangle is. And if it decides to carry through, January 7th is a day that we should see some sort of decisive move. Is it going to drop further down, or is it going to finally start to rally up, go back into these kind of consolidated zones? On the daily right now, we are looking at a bottom of 22 cents or 0.2248. Further drop down, breaking below. I would be concerned with it dropping down to this level with this bounce off, which is around 21 cents. A further continuation up on the 21 EMA is at 24 cents or 0.2431. Then breaking above that level of resistance is at 24 cents, 0.2450. And then further up would actually be trying to enter into this consolidated space, which would be nicely positioned if it was above this level, which is at 27 cents, 0.2755. And lastly, let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. Told you guys I'm trying to go a little bit faster with this than normal. Looking at Litecoin here, we are in the positive for the day. Yesterday was a very nice progressive move up, $137 as of the time you're recording this video. If it decides it wants to drop down, we're looking at a bottom of around $117. Below that, psychological level is going to be $100, and then even further down below that is going to be $84.60 approximately. That was showing a pretty strong position as of previous. You guys can also see that the Bollinger Band has widened out quite considerably, and we have been essentially having a nice little run up, some sideways action, another run up. We could potentially see some more sideways action as these large pushes up. As of the last one, at least, was just one single candle and then sideways action. We did have a rally back here, though, to be totally fair with everything. That was starting back on December 16th. That ran for 4 consecutive days and took it from an initial candle position starting at $81 and an end closure over $100 at $119.97. So nice little progressive move. We'll have to see how things continue to play out. Looking at this a little bit more, to be honest with you guys, we see the Fibonacci retracement. It is getting closer and closer towards this top position. And if it was to reach onto that, I would be looking at some potential resistance right now, right around $146. So I'm actually going to go ahead and draw ourselves a little line right here, just like that. And I'm doing that because that is where we have on that Fibonacci sequence. You can also see that's slightly above the previous day position. So it might be a little bit of fighting action there. But then above that, we want to see it potentially go back to around the $190 range and then breaking above $256 range. And I did not mean to do that. And then another range into $426, right? Because $426 is right around that spot where we had the previous all-time high. Okay, that's going to go and do it for this episode. Again, if you guys are new to the channel and you enjoyed this, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. Let's try as a community to get to 100 likes. Every single like helps. It does make a difference. It does matter. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it when you show your appreciation, and I hope you appreciate what I did with this video. You guys are awesome. I've got a smile on my face. It's a new year. Let's go ahead and tear it up, guys. Let's make some money. Let's move our lives forward. Let's succeed with our dreams. Have a good time. Put a smile on your face, right? 2020 is gone. We're in 2021. It's fresh start. Let's make it happen. Let's make this year be incredible. And don't forget to click the bell icon. You guys are absolutely awesome. And yeah, drop a comment, say hi, or any remarks you want to say about the stuff today. And I will see you guys in the next episode.